You are now listening to a new episode of Man ShutUp. I am
friends with the Gucci flip-flop.
WallyWorld. Check this out. Hey, season 4, episode 11. Listen, before we start, I'm gonna let you know in this North Carolina weather, it's tricky. Man, it was just raining like crazy. Now all of a sudden it's hot, and I'm over here sweating. Man, listen, Mika got this hot in here. We over here talking about, can she turn the air on? She ain't trying to turn it on. Listen, that's neither here nor there. I guess we'll sweat for this one, because the title of this one is Basket Bonds. Yes, right. Hey, while we sitting here right now, I gotta shout out the crew. What's going on, my nigga? You in this thing, shower to do in the cut, doing this thing, doing what he normally do. Mika is upstairs, hopefully trying to adjust his air. Celeste, you here, so you gonna get that work while she up there doing what she doing. Pause. Basketball. Listen, man, you know what? When I get older, I start to realize that you gotta start compartmentalizing people in your life, because a lot of us still be rocking with people because we want to say it's the years invested. But ultimately, the business ain't working well. So you be holding on to people in your life all because you've known them for so long, and you're afraid to adjust. You are afraid to hear something new. You are afraid to bring in new ideas and shit. So now what you end up doing is saying, it's easier for me to just give the eye contact to the person I know, they know what's up. But the question I ask is, are they putting you in a better position to win? Let's be real. We all fall victim. We all know somebody right now we know since we was 4 years old.
Cartier friends with the Gucci flip-flop. Cartier friends with the Mumbie Rick flop.
That's right. And then guess what? We sit there and we see them, and they still in the same spot, if not worse. All because we're afraid to win, try our wings and fly. Yeah, they're afraid to do that business with you, because little do you know, they might be jealous of giving you the information, because they know that you might have the educational skills to be able to move on and take this in without them. So guess what y'all both doing? Hitting the clubs up, going to the same shit, drinking the same liquor, doing the same things you were doing at 2006. Did you ever sit back and ask yourself, who elevated with you? Those basket bonds be real. Those trauma bonds, if you didn't understand this by now. A lot of you are attached just because of such. A lot of you are around people because, guess what? You're not afraid to fly. Guess what? They make you feel good. They tell you the right things you need to hear. So what I'm going to do right now in this 3 minutes of rolling, I'm going to tell you how I broke it down and how we can now make things better in life. You should have about 4 to 5 different people in your life. You dig? 4 to 5 that you should easily be able to run to. And don't let it just be one gender. This should be a mixture. Alright? Wanna break this down? Wanna break down these basket bonds? These are the bonds that you really should have. First and foremost, I always want to make sure that I have an educated person around me. An educated person that I can call the ones who know different things, understand different shit. You know, the ones who know stocks, the ones who know real estate, the ones who know schooling, the ones who know money management, the ones who know all those things. I want to keep those people around me. Because again, even if I'm just sitting back just listening and I'm really not understanding, they're willing to break it down to me in an educational form to where I can walk away having more knowledge than I did when I left. That's right. Sometimes you got to be in the room and you may be the one that don't know nothing. So for the ones who's always been the smartest in their household, the smartest in their circles, the smartest in their jobs, this is very hard for you. You don't know how to be dumb for a minute. You don't know how to be ignorant to some things. And guess what? Ignorance is not because you are completely slow. It's just at this moment, you don't have the right information. You're not educated enough. So allow them to educate you. And it doesn't matter where they come from, because wisdom comes from different situations. So just because a homeless person is showing you how not to be in their position, you can't look at them and say, but they're homeless. They don't have anywhere to stay, so why do I listen to them? Most times they'll tell you that because they know how it is to go from something to nothing very fast. Where are you? Remember that, educated. Second thing is truthful. Oh, this hurts people that are butthurt and emotional. For the ones that are emotional right now, they triggered right now. They ready to walk away. The truthful one that'll look at you in your face and tell you that you out of pocket. I hope you got somebody in your phone right now, somebody that's around you right now that will stop everything and tell you how out of pocket you are. Not the one that's gonna always pat you on the back and tell you some good stuff. The ones that's gonna stop you at that moment and say, hey, tighten up. Your slip showing. You know what, you were too emotional on that one, sweetheart. You know what, you need to look at it this way. You know what, we trying to go home tonight. We ain't trying to get into no mess. That's the one that tell you, you know what, your attitude is out of line. Because in the future, if you do those same things where you're building things, we don't need that type of attitude. We don't need you crying all over the place. And we also don't need you slamming doors and kicking windows neither. You need that truthful person that'll tell you about yourself, even down to your parenting skills. They'll look at you and tell you, you know what, the way you raising that child is not gonna do good in the future. The same one that tell you the way you accept your mom and daddy to play you to the left is sometimes not gonna be good for you in the future to be able to handle business. Sometimes we don't see that because when we're inside of something, we don't see it on the outside. And people on the outside see it for us, which is like our eyes behind our head. So don't sit back and be in your feels or say they're hating on you, because they're not. They don't have to give you ish. Ain't that right, my boy? Just like you told me that real talk, that my nose was crusty on the left side, but I am dealing with a little cold, but I didn't know that. Now if I was in my feelings, I would say, nah, you just all in my face, you shouldn't be in my face, but really you helped me out because my nose was crusty on the low. Be truthful. You gotta have a truthful friend, and you gotta have some thick skin to understand not what they said, but why they're saying it. A lot of people cannot process that, and that sucks in this world with a full of emotional, sensitive people in this world, and wonder why they're still in the same positions, sitting at the house right now, Indian style, with nobody to be around them. Ouch. Truthful folk. You need a truthful person in there. And it ain't gotta be family, because guess what? Family gonna coddle you and tell you it ain't as bad as it is, and it is as bad as it is. Look at your life, nigga. Look at your life, sweetheart. It's showing it. Let's move on. Yes, sir. You gotta have a confidant. That's the one whenever you get those big wins. Those the ones where you gotta go with them and they not gonna feel jealous. Those the ones that you be like, you know what, man, I struck gold, man, and came up off a bag today. They say, man, yeah, nigga, go get another one. They go take you out and go have a drink, and they tell you, man, congratulations to your success. Not the ones who sit back and don't show up to your functions. Yes, the way they celebrate you is important. That's right. If you find that you're the only one celebrating them for all the little small wins and they're not celebrating you, you might have a dink or chink in your armor. And that's probably because their confidence is fake confidence. They're the ones that know you because of where you are in high places, but didn't go through the journey with you while you was trying to achieve those journeys. That's right. Confidant, you need that one. You need that one that say, oh, you got that? You got that bag? Oh, let's make it easier. Let me go team to somebody else that can get you a bigger bag. That's right. Confidants. You need those confidence. You need those confidants right now to get you confidence. And it might just be one person, because you can't go to everybody. Remember, I just told you have to put everybody in files. Everybody doesn't go in the same file, guys. That's right. And it ain't no hate. It ain't like that person's less than the other person. That means it's just like you got one person that's a coach, one is an assistant coach, one that's a coordinator, one that's a trainer. You have different positions to make this team run. Some of you are trying to cram people all in one melting pot. For what? To be heartbroken later. That's when those expectations come in, but it really ain't them, it's you. You putting them in the wrong boxes, and now you over there hurting yourself and having an aneurysm and stressing yourself out because you know that they cannot fulfill the space. And I'm gonna tell you, fellas, and I was once one of them. I've had people in my life where I try to put them in spaces down to females or males or whoever, and only to see that they ain't built like that. All that shit was just talk, all that stuff would just sound real good, but when those moments came and the rubber met the road, they asses ran, they asses tucked down, they asses didn't tell me certain things to better myself, or they just sat back and they just shut down. And those people, you get away. You get those people away from you, or put them in the right position where they need to be. Let's move on though, cause I'm on my bag. We got the spiritual friend, the one that tell you, man, they just wanna know how your well-being is. Those are the ones that reach out to you and said they ain't seen you in a while, they just wanna see how are you. How's everything? How's your mental health? Or you need anything? Have you ate anything? Those people that'll give you scriptures and tell you things that push you forward. Those are the ones that'll pray for you before you have to go tell the book that you need prayer yourself. Whoa! Hold on. See, See, those are the ones that gotta please pray for me on social media, cause things are going well means that the people in your inner circle ain't praying for you strong enough. Yeah, but they had those prayer meetings for real, and they really sit back and they really value your spiritual self. Because without your spiritual self, nothing else moves forward. It comes within. We had 10 minutes, this is very easy. Let's break it down for the ones who forgot. We need the educated friend. We need the one that's truthful. We need the confidant, and now we are down to the spiritual friend. The one that tells you and gives you high praise even when you don't feel it in yourself. The ones that'll look at you and tell you to put your head up because God got you. Now let me give you an example. I've had people in my life where I didn't feel like nobody had me. I felt like God didn't have me neither. Let's be real, Q. And you came, and my brothers came, and my mama showed up, and my sister, everybody came that need to come and told me, man, God got you. What you doing? You put too much pressure on yourself. You putting too much weight on yourself. And they prayed and they checked every day until they realized that I was back. And baby, I'm back, baby. I'm back. Basketballs. For the ones who missing this out, these are basketballs. I need you to put all these basketballs, pause, into one knapsack, pause, to be able to carry it, to be able to practice in the gym. Now as we wrap this thing up, you need one more. You need your heavy hitter. You need your hit man. That's right. You need your man that's about that action. The one that when you call and things is looking real skeptical. You need to go ahead and need some reinforcement. You call them and they showing up no matter what. They don't care, they gotta stop in the middle of dinner. They'll come sub see what's up. We gonna clear this thing out. We ain't gonna ask no questions until it's over with. But right now we got something we gotta handle. Most times everybody thought that they in this position. My hitter, my hitter, my hitter. And them hitters will run faster than you will in the spots. Guess what? I got some hitters. Whew. I done been through some situations where I got some hitters. And I known these hitters for over 20 plus years. One call, they pulling up. Boy, I can tell you some situations where one of my hitters came up in Target with that thing on. Let them know it was real. After we just came from out of there, it's about to start some business. Yeah, we spinning the block. We doubling back. Yeah, shut out. He know who he is. I got some hitters that we know were in the spot. We throwing people over. We throw people over club balconies and shit. Hey, whatever it take. That when we got back, when we got in the car, we said, hey man, we fucked ourselves over there. You alright? Your elbow alright? You good? You get your wallet? You and your phone at? Yo, but we had to make sure that business had to be applied. Because we were the ones that wouldn't start no trouble. We know how to finish. You need a hit man. You need the ones that, yo, I need you to hold these kids down real quick while I go make a run. That's right. No questions asked. They can look at you in your face and say, yep, I see what you need. Yeah, I got them. How long is it gonna take you? You got the ones that'll pull out and jump out the passenger seat before you get out the driver's seat. I done been in situations like that before. Gotta hold it down in the passenger seat while my boys come through and do some other things that we will not mention. I heard they incriminate nothing. At the end of the day, you need a hitter. Now, the more hitters you got, the better you got. But you might fuck around and have 6 people and only one hitter gonna show up. You gotta understand that. Cause where your foul cabinet at? Did you identify that by the look in their eyes? Did you identify that by the things that they show with action? Because when they a hitter, they don't really talk that much. They just say, where you at? Where it at? What's going on? Who fucking up? What they got on? What car they driving? That's right. Ain't nobody scared about this. At the end of the day, we all can go to that same precinct together. Yeah. You need these 5 people and these 5 different personalities in your life. Now, if you down there, let me help you. For the ones who know that they got all 5 of these people in your life, that is not your family, and they all cover 2 of these 3 things, you better call them back up and tell them what's up. You better call and tell them, yo, I ride with you forever. Because it's very hard to find the people out here. You better call and tell them you appreciate them. You better go call and go get them a bottle of liquor. Go get them something to eat. You better do something. Better give them a hug. You better do something. Because this world is wicked. It's real wicked out here. But it's happy. You will be happier when you get these people all in your life. Don't flood yourself with just a bunch of truthful motherfuckers, but you ain't got nobody spiritual. Don't flood your life when you got a whole bunch of hitters, but you ain't got no confidants. Don't Don't flood yourself when you got a lot of educated folk. You get the message. It has to be a balance. And the ones that are doing it, it's going to be very uncomfortable. If it shows you what you're triggered from, if those people come to you. If you a jealous mom, you're not going to understand a confidant. You're not going to understand why they hitting you up that you ain't hitting them up the same way. When you got a problem with an educated mom, you're going to feel like you the dumbest one in the room sometime, and that's going to really bother you. When you a person that don't believe in certain spiritual things and they give you those spiritual quotes, you're not going to be able to receive them. If you a pussy or a bitch, you gonna have a problem with a hitman telling you, no, let's go to where they at and let's go finish the deal. Know yourself first before you put anything in these compartments. And it's gonna take some experiences and some wisdom and some things to happen to you in order to know where you stand, because you do not cover all these bases right now. All of us don't cover these bases, but if we put the people around us that's worth that, then life will be just a breeze. Again, thank you guys for listening. Like, share, subscribe, the notification bell. Let them know what you're thinking. Again, if you got music, business, and event, you know to hit me, Flame. GameTime84@gmail.com. Let's give them your flowers while you living. Do you feel me? Always love yourself, love each other, be mindful, and be wise. And before I go, you know I gotta say it, I gotta appreciate those people that's in my file cabinet. I wanna shout out my confidants. I wanna shout out my people that give me educated advice. I wanna shout out my people who give me spiritual advice. I really appreciate that. I wanna shout out the ones who might hit me and might hit her right now. Matter of fact, if we got a problem, where you at? I know where they at. I know where the phone call away is. And I hope you do the same. I'm never in a position where I am outnumbered and out strategized. I hope that you are feeling the same. Peace and love.